Hello zusammen, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are all having a good day so far. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Diana and I make videos all about my life as an expat living in Germany. So if you're interested in learning about the German culture, about the process of moving here or finding a job in Germany, definitely make sure to stick around because I do post new videos every single week. But for today, we're going to be talking about health insurance and the healthcare system in Germany and what options are available to you as someone who is moving here to work. So I asked you guys if you were interested in learning about this in my last video, and a lot of you guys were. So here I am, I'm delivering. I hope that you guys find this helpful, but let's go ahead and get started with everything because there's quite a bit to cover and I don't want this video to be super long. But to start off, I do want to mention that Germany is known worldwide to have one of the best healthcare systems, which is incredible and I think is extremely important for you to consider. If you are moving to a new country, you want to think about the healthcare system that is being provided and the options that are available to you. I know for me as a Canadian, this was extremely important. My whole life, I have grown up with free healthcare and it's nothing that I've ever had to stress about or think about. So when I was considering moving here, I definitely wanted to have a similar option or a similar system in place, and Germany definitely delivers on that. And I know for a lot of you who are moving here from the States or thinking about that, that's also something that's important to you because the US healthcare system is a mess. It's not accessible to everyone, as I'm sure many of you know, and it is extremely expensive. So moving here is definitely an advantage to you when it comes to having a good healthcare system. Now, that being said, it can be a little bit confusing when you first move here, trying to figure out the different health insurances that are available, how to set it up. So I wanted to break it down for you guys in case you are in the process of setting it up yourself or it is something that you will be having to do in the near future. So in Germany, there are 3 different types of health insurances that you can get. So the first one is public health insurance, second is voluntary insurance, and then there is private health insurance. So I'm going to go through each of them. So everything that I will be talking about today is from the point of view of someone who has been working here for the last 3 years. So it's going to be as someone who is employed by a German company. So starting off with public health insurance, this is something that is mandatory for anyone who has a work contract in Germany and is earning under 56,000 euros per year. Now, the way that it will work is that once you choose a healthcare provider or health insurance company, you will have an amount that is deducted from your paycheck every single month. And the amount is actually split between you and your employer. So you will pay for 50% of that amount and your employer will pay for the remainder. And the amount that you have to pay will range between 14.8 and 16.3% of your gross income. So it's always relative to the amount that you earn throughout the year. So some of the big pros of having this type of health insurance is that if for some reason, let's say you have to take a pay cut or you take on another job that pays less, you're always paying relative to the amount that you earn. And also it's good that, of course, your employer is responsible for paying for half of that. So you don't have to take on the burden of paying for health insurance completely all by yourself. Also, if you have a spouse who is not currently working or any children, then they can be put on your health insurance for free and be covered as well. Now, some of the most common health insurance providers are TK, which is the one that I'm with. There's also AOK, and then there is Barmer. And the one that I'm with is TK, and it's actually one that is widely used with a lot of expats and a lot of English speaking expats because they do provide their services in English. They are really easy to set up and they have actually really good customer service. Anytime I've had a question, had to call them, I'm able to speak to them in English. I get my question answered really quickly. So I would highly recommend them, and I know a lot of my colleagues use them as well. So if you are interested interested in learning a bit more about them and getting your questions answered and seeing if you qualify to be with them, I will leave a link down below so you can check it out. But yeah, that is essentially how public health insurance works here. Now, the second type of health insurance is voluntary health insurance, and this is for anyone who makes over 56,000 euros per year and still want to be under the public system. Now, the only thing here that really differs is that you would now have to pay for the full amount. So you no longer have your employer contributing to half of your monthly pay. You have to take care of that, but everything else still remains the same when compared to public. You still get deducted the amount that is relative to your gross income, but in this case, you are just responsible to pay for the full amount. And then finally, there is the third type of health insurance that you can get in Germany, and that is private health insurance. And this is for anyone who is making over 56,000 euros per year, or those that are freelancers, or the ones that didn't qualify for public health insurance. So the way that it works here is that the amount that you pay is no longer relative to your earnings, but it is based on your health assessment. So any health risks that you may have, the lifestyle that you lead, any health conditions, the health insurance will provide you a quote based on the assessment that they do on you. So it will vary from person to person, of course. Another perk here, of course, is that usually there are shorter waiting times at the doctors if you have private health insurance, and more things are covered under this type of insurance. So that is something to keep in mind when you are looking for the type of insurance that best suits your need. But that is, yeah, pretty much all that I wanted to break down in terms of the different types of health insurance available. Like I said, I've been with TK for the last 3 years. I know a lot of expats are with them, and I've had really great experiences with them. The wait times for the times that I've had to go to the doctors have never been super crazy. And you know, the services that I've gotten at things like the dentist have also been really good. So I don't feel like I'm discriminated in any way just because I have public health insurance. But you know, maybe some of you may want private health insurance depending on your needs as well. But public seems to work quite well, and I'm quite satisfied. And being from a place that has had free healthcare for their whole life and coming here, I don't really notice a difference in the two. And I think the system here is set up quite nicely and it's quite fair. So yeah, that is pretty much my take on health insurance. I know it's a bit of a dry subject, but it is important to talk about these things and of course set up when you move here. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up because it does help my channel out and it gives YouTube an indication that the video is liked and they'll share it with other people who are possibly interested in moving here. So thumbs up is always appreciated. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I do post new videos every single week. And if you're looking for more resources on moving to Germany, make sure to check out my website. I will leave the link down below for you guys. But that's pretty much all. I hope that you guys have a great day and I'll talk to you all next week. Tschüss!